When you're a kid, your parents, everything they say, everything they do, it is law. It is so correct, it is so perfect, it is flawless, that when they tell you that you're not enough and it's your fault, and how dare you make me do this, you start thinking, oh my God, it is my fault. I'm making my dad do this. Then I go from there, I go back to my mom's house where my mom is unwilling to get out of bed. She refuses to work. I have to start doing things like selling drugs in order to help pay rent. The impact that Stop Before You Start has made on my life is it has given me a chance to reach out and do something I've never done, which is care for another person. It has given me the stability in my life to reach out and do something that I felt might have impacted my life at that age. And in doing so, I feel better about what I can do and feel like I have more purpose in my life. And for someone like me, that's a really big deal.
From elementary school through high school, I was physically beaten every single day. Saw no point living, no point in trying anymore. I felt like no one loved me. I was unworthy of being loved. I just felt like I wasn't important or have a purpose here anymore. And it wasn't until I was about to pull the trigger that I got a phone call from one of my best friends. And he had invited me to church, and it was a Stop Before You Start event. Stop Before You Start is inspirational.
Stop Before You Start is hope.
Stop Before You Start program helps parents be more aware of the children's feelings. Because of those feelings, kids are resulting to using drugs.
Before I found Stop Before You Start, I was lost in a world with drugs, and I was going down a dark path and I couldn't see the light.
I found a sense of strength through Stop Before You Start.
Stop Before You Start has given me a whole new network of people to communicate with, whether that be about addiction or just how my day is going. I have those people to reach out to.
I smoked pot for the first time when I was 16. Hated it, absolutely hated it, had a terrible experience, didn't smoke again for a while.
It's given me a purpose, and it's given me a reason to share my story and try and influence others to stop before they start.
Stop Before You Start encourages and empowers people to stop drugs and alcohol before they start.
Stop Before You Start can really benefit parents by educating them and letting them know what's really going on, maybe how their teen really feels, and some of the warning signs.
In 6th grade, I told my mom I wanted to kill myself, and she laughed at me.
Stop Before You Start recognizes fear, facilitates connection. With your support, we could spread this movement. We could empower our youth to give them purpose and meaning.
Your generosity could potentially help us reach people that we would never be able to reach if we were on our own devices. If we can save one life per time that we speak to people, then that's one life that never has to go through what we went through. And the more lives that we can potentially reach, the more people we can potentially save.
The reason that I think you need to support Stop Before You Start is because it's your responsibility. At some point, your personal life will be affected by this. And we need to stop this before it gets to the point where we can't turn it around.
My professional life as an educator has been consistently affected by drugs and alcohol. I see it in the lives of high school students. Stop Before You Start wants to facilitate the connection that these students need to hear. Our message matters because they matter.
Help us stop these kids from the world of drugs and alcohol. Help us stop them before they start.